Hello student, welcome back. This is Vasan Naik from Canara Engineering College. In the last session, we have studied the implementation of latches by using SR latch, by using NOR gate, and how the SR latch works. All these things we studied in the last session. In this session, we will see the implementation of the SR latch by using NAND gate. So this is the diagram of NAND gate. This is the diagram of implementation of SR latch by using NAND gate. When you implement the SR latch by using NAND gate, then you will get the truth table something like this. That is, 0 0 is forbidden, 0 1 is 0, 1 0 is 1, and 1 1 is last state. This is the exactly reverse of NOR gate implementation. Let me take you to the NOR gate truth table. Here in the NOR gate truth table, 0 0 is the last state and 1 1 is the forbidden. But in SR, 0 0 is in NAND gate implementation, 0 0 is the forbidden and 1 1 is the last state. So this latch, that's why when you implement SR by using NAND gate, single NAND, a couple of NAND gate, then it is called as S bar R bar latch. It is not called as SR latch, it is called as S bar R bar latch, because there is a variation in the truth table or transition table. In order to get the exact transition table as what we are supposed to get for SR latch, we need to add 2 more NAND gate here. So here you can see we have connected one more NAND gate. So for S input and one more NAND gate for R input. When you connect total 4 NAND gate in this fashion, you will get the output which is similar to what we got in SR latch implementation of NOR gate. That is, 0 0 is last state, 0 1 is 1, 1 0 is 0, 1 1 is forbidden. So this is very important from exam point of view. In exam point of view, they may ask you to implement to write this one circuit diagram of SR latch, SR or RS latch by using NAND gate. So this is totally different from the NOR gate implementation. You just see this one. So student, any expression or any explanation related to flip-flops or latches will be incomplete unless until we define characteristic equation. Now, what is a characteristic equation? So characteristic equation is nothing but a logical expression which describe either latch or flip-flop. That is, it defines the next state output as a function of present state and input. Which defines the next state output as a function of present state and input. So when you see a flip-flop, it has got 2 input and one more is a feedback input. So totally a flip-flop has got 3 inputs. One is a feedback. Without feedback, since flip-flop is a sequential circuit, feedback should be there. So S and R and Qn. So we are taking 3 input here. So when you take 3 input, there will be combinations of 8 combinations, that is 0 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 and 1 1 1. Now the other way of explaining this one is I want to see the output of the SR latch by taking the present state with the two value with the 2 options, that is the present state value is 0 or 1. When S and R is 0, present state value is 0, what is the next state value? When S and R is 0, present state value is 1, what is the next state? Similarly, when S and R is 0 and 1, when S and R is 0 and 1, for the present state 0, what is the value? Present state 1, what is the next state value? So here I am going to explain you this one. Now we will see when both S and R is 0, when S is 0 and R is 0, we know next state is the nothing but last state only. So we'll take you to the our old slide. So when both S is 0, R is 0, next state is last state only. So in this case here, so this we have taken the last state. As I said, so flip-flop there are three inputs. One is S and R, other one is the feedback, that we know. So this is, we will treat this as the last state. Now when S is 0, R is 0, last state is 0, next state is 0. When S is 0, R is 0, last state is 1, next state is 1. Similarly, when S is 0 and R is 1 combination, this combination, I am talking about this combination. When S is 0 and R is 1, S is 0 and R is 1. So when R becomes 1, output is naturally it will reset to 0 irrespective of the last state. Whether last state is 0 or last state is 1, output becomes 0. Similarly, when S is 1 and R is 0, when S is 1 and R is 0, flip-flop is said to be set irrespective of the present state. So next state you should get 1 only irrespective of the present state. Present state can be 0 or 1, but next state should be 1 only. When both are 1, then the output you will get is called as forbidden condition. So irrespective of the last state, output is called as forbidden condition. So now you have to represent this one in K-map. I will not go in detail here related to K-map, because I have already explained the K-map concept and I have solved many problems related to K-map in our K-map videos. So please refer that video. So you have to take 3 variable K-map. 3 variable K-map contains 8 cells here. So 3 variable K-map contains 8 cells. So in that I will take Qn here. I will take Qn this as vertically, this variable as vertically, and S and R variable as horizontally, and I will represent Qn plus 1 in this in this 3 variable map. So here it is something like when Q is equal to 0, S is 0 and R is 0, that is Q is equal to Qn is equal to 0, S is 0, R is 0, this is the 0. Similarly, when Q is equal to 0, S is 0 and R is 1, this cell becomes 0. Similarly, when Qn is equal to 0, S is 1 and R is 0, S is 1 and R is 0, so S is 1 and R is 0, so this becomes a 1. And when Q is equal to 0, Qn is equal to 0, and for S and R 1 combination, Qn plus 1 becomes X. So this is the representation. Similarly, you have to represent when Qn is equal to 1. And when you solve this one by means of grouping, you will get the characteristic equation for SR latch is something like this. This is called as characteristic equation for SR latch. What is characteristic equation? It defines the next state output as the function of a present state, or the here instead of present state we can say last state. So it will defines the next state output as a function of present state or a last state. So student, moving on to next topic, that is nothing but gated latches or flip-flops. So actually flip-flop is a memory element. In flip-flops or latches there are actually 3 types. One is called as a transparent method, second one is a gated, third one is a clocked. In transparent method, suppose in transparent method, if any change in the input information, that is whether changes in the R and S, is transmitted immediately to the output Q and Q bar. Any changes in the input is transmitted immediately to the output. That is called as a transparent method. But in the gated latch, we have something called as a control input. So here the control input is taken as G. When G is equal to 1, then latches is said to be enabled. When G is equal to 0, latches is said to be disabled. Let me write here. So you can see here, this is the gated input. So this is called as a control line. when G is equal to 0, then latch is said to be disabled. This latch is said to be disabled. When G is equal to 1, this latch is said to be enabled and it works like SR. So we will exactly get output, you will get the output of SR latch when G is equal to 1. When G is equal to 0, if you change the input S and R, you will not get the output, but you will get the output, nothing but output will not remain in the last state only. Output will remain in the last state only. So that is called as gated. What is the use of gated latches or clocked latches or clock flip-flops? Because gated or latches or clock flip-flops are required in order to synchronize the various functions of the circuit. So in transparent method we saw just when you give input you will get the output. So when you give the input you will get the output. But in case of gated or clocked flip-flops, there is a control. If the gate signal is 0, latch will not work. Gate signal is 1, latch will work. Similarly, in flip-flop, if the clock signal is there is a rise, the output of the flip-flop will change during the rising edge or positive edge of the clock, that is 0 to 1, or during the negative edge of the clock, that is falling edge 1 to 0. So these things are required in order to synchronize the functions with the other part of the circuit. So this is called as gated latches or flip-flops. We will see now how exactly this works and what is the characteristic equation for the gated latch. What is the characteristic equation of the gated latch? We will see. Student, this is the circuit diagram for gated latches. So you can see here you have connected one enable signal between S and R by using AND gate. So we are going to give the signal S and R through AND gate, which is controlled by enable signal. So this is the logical diagram, and this is a symbol for SR latch with the enabled signal, and Q bar is the output, and implementation by using NAND gate and implementation by using NOR gate. Already we have seen this one. Now here you will see the truth table. When enable is 1, that is when this signal, when the enable is this signal, enable signal is 1, then this latch will work. That is, when the enable signal is 1, this latch will work, and you will see the output here 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. But when the enable signal is 0, that is when the enable signal is 0, both AND gates will disabled, and this latch will not work for any combinations. So here it is represented. The output remains no change. That means output will remain in the last state only. There won't be any changes in the output. So this is the representation of this is the implementation or representation of this one, gated latch and circuit diagram. Now we will see how to define the characteristic equation for the gated latch. So students, this is the truth table or transition table to calculate the characteristic equation for the gated latch implemented by using NAND gate. As I said, we have actually here input, that is G, S, R and Q. Actually S and R is the input to the latch, G is the control input, and latch also depend on the previous input. So in the latch we will take the feedback as one of the input. So that is output is fed back to the input. We know this one. So totally there are 4 input, G, S, R, Q. When you take 4 inputs, there are combinations like 16 combinations. 16 combination, that is the one way, 16 combination, and you have to see the output. So other way is you have to see here 2 classification. One is when G is equal to 0, when G is equal to 0, then one set of combinations. When G is equal to 1, one set of combinations. Now when G is equal to 0, S and R for 0, 0 combination, S and R for 0, 0 combination, present state or last state, I use word last state is equal to 0, and next state is, you will take the other value of last state is equal to 1. For both values, when S and R is 0, output remains in the last state only, you see, last state only. Similarly, for 0, 1 combination also, output remains in the last state only. 1, 0 combination also, output remains in the last state only. This is why, because gate G is equal to 0, and I told already that when G is 0, latch will not work. That's why output remains in the last state. But when G is equal to 1, the value of G is equal to 1, when the enabled signal is 1, then based on the combination of SR, the output next state is nothing but last state. If it is 0 and 1, output is 0 irrespective of last state. If it is 1 and 0, SR is 1 and 0, output is set 1 irrespective of last state. And if it is 1 and 1, output is in forbidden condition irrespective of last state. So now all these things we have to represent in 4 variable truth table. As I explained, for the 3 variable you have to represent like this only. Then finally you have to use K-map, grouping, and by using 4 variable K-map, you have to represent it in 4 variable K-map, and after grouping you will get the characteristic equation for gated SR latch. This is the characteristic equation for the gated SR latch. So this is the characteristic equation. Let me zoom it. This is the characteristic equation for gated SR latch. From the exam point of view, it is very, very important. So students, now we will move to the next category in flip-flops or latches. So that is D. D means data. So what is the disadvantage of SR? The disadvantage of SR is, one thing is, when both S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 1, when both S is equal to 1 and R is equal to 1, output is illegal or forbidden. And second one is, to set the flip-flop, we need, to set the flip-flop in SR, we need S should be 1. And to reset, R is equal to 0. So that means we need 2 input, that is S and R. We need 2 bit to represent the input. But this will cause the problem in serial transmission. So in order to avoid this problem, we are using 1 input. So here you see D means data flip-flop. So here what we are doing is, we are combining both S and R, S input and R input, by using inverter in between, and call this as a D or data input. Other than that data input, both inputs of the AND gates are controlled by gate signal. So output of this one is fed to our SR latch. Now this is called as a D flip-flop. D flip-flop is constructed by using SR, where S and R is interconnected by means of inverter. Now this is the logical symbol of D. So what is there in the logical symbol? We have D input and we have gate input, then that is the control signal, then Q and Q bar. Q bar is the complement of Q, that is the negation of Q. So now, so total input to the flip-flops are G, D and Q, that is nothing but last state. We will take Q as a last state. When you take these 3 input, then you will get 8 combinations, and output. This Q bar represent actually next state. Now you can see here, let me zoom it. When gate is 0, gate signal is 0. When gate signal is 0, as I said in the SR, same rule is applicable here also. You will get output same as last state. When gate is 1, you will get output that is nothing but data D. So when gate is 1, so what is the output here? Data input 0. Same thing you will get as output, irrespective of last state here. What is the data input here? 0. Same thing you will get as output here. What is the data input here? 1. Same thing you will get as output here. So when the gate signal is 1, whatever the input signal, that will move into the output. When gate signal is 0, whatever then the latch is disabled, and you will get the output is nothing but last state only. So this is the actual diagram of a D flip-flop, logical diagram of D flip-flop and a truth table or transition table. Now we will see how to implement a characteristic equation for this one. How to implement characteristic equation for this one. Before proceeding to characteristic equation, first we will see the timing diagram. Here you can see we have gate signal. The signal is 0 till here. After that it becomes 1. Gate signal becomes enable. After that it moves to 0. Now this is the data input. Now what is the output? As I said, output is 0 and gate signal is 0. So you can see here, from year to year, the output is 0. At this point, there is small shift. Output turns to 1 because when the gate signal is enabled, output is nothing but data input. What is the data input at this point? Data input at this point is nothing but high. So you will get output high, once again low, and high, low, high. This follows as long as gate signal is 1. But you can observe here there is small shift in the output. See, for example, at this point gate signal goes high, but you are not getting high output at this point, but there is a small shift. That shift is nothing but transition delay or processing delay or gate delay. Because of gate delay, the output will get shifted in nanoseconds. So this is the timing waveform for D flip-flop. Now we will see. So when you represent transition table, that is next state in the 3 variable truth table, 3 variable K map, as I said in the earlier earlier cases. So you represent that in 3 variable K map. Then finally you will get after grouping, you will get the expression for the next state, that is Qn plus 1, or here it is represented Q plus something like G bar Q plus GD. So this is the equation. Let me zoom it. This is the equation. This is called as a characteristic equation. So in the exam, when they ask you to write about the D flip-flop, then you have to write the diagram. You have to explain with some like example. You have to write characteristic equation. Truth table, transition table for the characteristic equation, and then you have to draw the characteristic equation. So with this we have completed D flip-flop. In the next session we will see JK master slave and other related concept. Thank you.